Hey everyone, welcome to 5 Minute Bible Study, where I discuss what you can learn and share from God's Word in 5 minutes or less. Before we begin, please click the subscribe button so you can receive the latest 5 Minute Bible Study. And don't forget to like and share the video after you're done watching. Today, we're going to examine Psalm 95. Our psalm begins with a call of worship to God, because he is a great king above all gods, who holds the depths of the world in his hands. As we read further into this psalm, we learn we can respond in two ways towards God. We can either A, worship him, or B, we can harden our hearts towards him. And there are no other options. Sadly, there are followers of Christ who believe there is, and that there is a gray area in our response towards him. But there's not. In Revelation 3:15-17, Jesus clearly tells us, "I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth." When we harden our hearts in worship, the psalmist compares us to the generation God freed from bondage to Egypt, but didn't receive the promised land due to their disobedience to him. In this instance, the psalmist recalls the account in Exodus 17, verses 1-7, where the Israelites, who just saw God defeat the Egyptian army by drowning them in the Red Sea, and later received manna from heaven, are complaining about not having any water. In fact, they accuse God of saving them, only for him to lead them to their deaths. Due to the Israelites' testing of God, where they received water is called Massah and Meribah, because they said, "Is the Lord among us or not?" Likewise, when we refuse to worship God, we are essentially saying the same thing. We are telling God we know of his saving acts. We even acknowledge how he saved us from sin and death by his son Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. Yet, we don't think he has our best interests at heart. In fact, we're not even sure if he's at work in our lives. In my opinion, this would be a terrible reputation to be known for, all because we refuse to worship our God. With that said, we need to make good, solid application from our lesson. A Bible study isn't complete until we know how to apply the lesson to our lives. So here's what I've learned from this week's study. Since the psalmist wants us to worship God and offers us plenty of reasons why we should, here are two actions we can take to show our love for Christ during worship. First, don't complain. Yes, I get it. There are some songs and even styles of music we just don't like, and that's okay. What's not okay is when we have a bad attitude about it. Make that our reason to withhold our worship of God, then gripe and complain about it to everyone. When we complain about different styles of worship, we become like the generation at Massah and Meribah, and no one wants to be that generation. Finally, we can sing. According to our psalm, a joyful noise is defined as singing songs of praises. Unfortunately, congregational singing seems to be what is lacking the most during a worship service. But it doesn't have to be that way. Don't be afraid to sing during a worship service, and don't worry about what others will think, because worship isn't about us. Worship is about Jesus and what he did to provide us with salvation, which is worth singing about. I hope you enjoyed this 5-minute Bible study. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to add them in the comment section. I hope you all have a great week, and may our God bless you as you study his word.